Hi everyone, today we're going to be talking about how serving the military can help you pay for your post-secondary education, including the GI Bill and also the Army Loan Repayment Program. Let's get started. Post 9/11 GI Bill. This covers the full cost of in-state tuition at a public or college university. So like a UW or a Wazoo or any other state, full cost. For private schools, the coverage is capped at $29,000 a year. That number goes up every year, but this year it's currently $29,000. Flight training schools are up to $16,500 for a year. And it also allows you to use this money to help pay for housing costs based on the location of the school. You must be at least a half-time student. So your college will tell you what a half-time student is. Usually it's like 12 credit hours, but to check with your college. It also provides an additional $1,000 per year to purchase textbooks with, and that's nice. And then it also provides an extra $1,000 a year for tutoring, so you can hire a tutor and have that compensated as well. So it's a very generous thing. This is available for all branches of service, so no matter what, whether it's Air Force, Army, Navy, Marines, you can get this GI Bill, same GI Bill for all branches. To be eligible for the 9/11 GI Bill, you'll need to be awarded a Purple Heart. That means that you were wounded by the enemy in combat, served at least 30 days, and were discharged because of a service-related injury. So if you go in and you're served at least 30 days and you get injured and you can't continue service, then you qualify. Served on active duty for at least 3 years. So if you complete at least a 3-year tour, then you're eligible for the GI Bill. Or you're honorably discharged with a service-related disability. So there's something that happened to you while you were in the military and you can't continue in the military and you're honorably discharged. All honorably discharged means is that you weren't kicked out because of some bad behavior. So every soldier is honorably discharged unless there is some action for some behavior where they were kicked out of the Army or service. If you serve less than 6 months, you will receive partial benefits. So if you only serve for 2 years, you'll get 2/3 of that of the 9/11 benefit. And you can pass your benefits down to a family member. So this is really common that if you don't use your GI Bill, you can actually pass it to a family member. And you typically have to use the benefits within 10 years of leaving the military. So there's a little bit of a time limit. It's fairly generous, though. 10 years is a pretty long time. And college loan repayment program. So this is the second program we're going to talk about. It's instead of the GI Bill. So in this case, you would actually go to college first. You get your education. You would take out loans to pay for that education. And then after graduating, you join the Army. This is an Army-specific program. I haven't seen it in the other branches of service. The nice thing here is because you have some education, you actually start your service at a higher rank than other people, so you'll be paid more money every month as well. That's kind of nice. You must serve for 3 or more years. And if you use the loan repayment program, you don't get the GI Bill. You can't have both. And you have to enlist in particular military occupations. So it's not available for anybody in the Army. You have to have certain it's only for certain occupations. Some of how it works is when you're serving in the Army, every year the Army pays off 1/3 of your student loans. So after 3 years of service, they'll have paid off your full amount. They'll pay up to $65,000 in loans. A drawback is that you must pay the interest that accrues during service. So the Army won't pay any interest. They just pay the principal amounts. So any interest that's building up over time, you have to stay on top of that and pay that. And the payments the Army makes, that $65,000, is considered income, and you have to pay taxes on it. So you will get a tax bill at the end of the year. Each year the Army makes their payments. And the loan cannot fall into default. So that's not allowed. You have to keep making your payments while you're serving the military, paying things off normally while the military pays off or the Army, I should say, pays off your loans. And you can use them to pay off all kinds of educational loans, including PLUS loans. So that's kind of nice. I don't like suggesting military service without a word of caution. There are lots of benefits to joining the military. One of them is for paying higher education, but there's all kinds of other ones. And there's also some real drawbacks and risks as well. This is a job where you could very reasonably be permanent brain damage, injuries, death. The military, it's complicated. So make sure you're weighing all your drawbacks and benefits before you make a decision like that. All right, everyone, have a great day.